So as far as I can tell, I think we're ready to get started here. I want to welcome you guys to the atrium here in our nice building that we've had since 2006 that our former founders and others had a lot to do with in getting it set up here. And we're talking about buildings as we go along here down in Auburn as well. But welcome to this presentation of our charitable gift to Auburn. We have a long history with the university, very long. And even as we speak here, about 1,400 of us on campus here, or at least in the company, 201 are Auburn alumni. So we have a large impress here. We have 9 interns with us from Auburn as well in their summer program this time, which kind of is the whole reason our connection with the university. I mean, taking young minds, curious minds that want to get into engineering and science and train them to be prepared to enter the workforce for companies like ourselves. We need a cadre of institutions like that we depend upon, and Auburn's been a great ally over the years. We've supported Auburn in numerous ways ourselves, serving on boards and making donations and things like that. And even now, more exciting to me, is opportunity to work with you guys. More and more we have opportunities to team with Auburn. For example, with our PEO Missiles in Space customer here in town, a cyber vulnerability task that we kind of work with you guys is active now. It even enlists some undergraduates working the threat side, helping us understand what the threat is like. So we engage at various levels, and we're very excited about it. Now, I want to introduce some folks here for our larger group here today. We have Dr. Chris Roberts. He'll be speaking to us in just a moment, giving some remarks here. The Dean of the College of Engineering. Kelly Ard is here. She's been with us several times in the past. I just met Derek Dixon just a moment ago, and Dan Bush, also here, has been with us many times in the past video with University and Development. The gift that we're making today is a gift for $125,000 that's shown on the check here. It's actually going to be paid out over a period of like 5 years. $75,000 of that amount goes to a building project down there that Dr. Roberts was just telling me has been a dream of his, to develop a facility like this. He'll say more about that in a few minutes, but it's the Brown Complement Engineering Student Achievement Center. About $50K also will then, the balance of that 125 will go toward the scholarship fund for various students and things like that. So we're very pleased to be here. This is a pretty big deal for us. Not every day that we commit this amount of resource to any recipient, particularly a university here that we depend on. So we're very delighted to do this. So having said those comments and giving you a perspective of what's going on here, I don't want to drag this out any further. I'd like for Dr. Roberts to come on up and just say a few words to us about what it looks like on your end to get there.
Thank you very much. Thank you all very much for having those of us from Auburn here today. We're extremely pleased to be here, humbled and grateful for your support. Dynetics has been a wonderful, I'll use the word partner, with Auburn University over many years. Interestingly, my first phone call that I received from an alumnus when I was appointed dean 5 years ago was from a Dynetics person, from Mike DeMaribus. I received an invitation to make my first corporate visit as dean, and I'm proud to say it was right here at Dynetics. The first company I came to visit was here. We had wonderful discussions. I'm pleased to see that that's resulted in new projects, the cyber project that you just mentioned. And I've also watched the kinds of projects that you give our students as interns, the development of our alumni who become your employees and leaders in this community. I couldn't be more grateful for this relationship. On behalf of the university, I mean that very sincerely. For you all to support us with this new project means a great deal to us. I've been at Auburn for 24 years, and we've dreamed about having a student center dedicated to the engineers, provide that professional development, that next level of touch to our students to make sure that they enter the workforce completely prepared. One of the centerpieces of that new engineering student center is a professional development center. I'm proud that the Dynetics name will now grace the lobby of that reception area for that professional development center. That's where we're going to make sure those engineers beyond the classroom learn how to interview, learn how to prepare for the workforce, learn about the opportunities that industry provides to them. And so I thank you very much for this support, and we look forward to having your name on this new building. It's very fitting to me. In fact, my heart skipped a beat just a minute ago as I was standing looking into your library. I noticed that there are 2 books over here on the left-hand side. I recognize both of them. They're by a man named Jim Collins. The subject of the second of those books is called Great by Choice, is John Brown. And John Brown is the namesake of this very building that we're building. So I appreciate the fact that you had the foresight to have his book in your library. So on behalf of Auburn University, I want to thank Dynetics for the relationship first and for this support as well. Thank you very much.
So we'll commemorate this time with a photo here. So I'll be joined by Dr. Stephen Gilbert, co-founder, Dave King, CEO, and Mike Moody, Vice President, Product Development and Manufacturing, and see if we can pull off a photo here with some help of our crew.
Thanks, John.
All right.
Thank you all very much.
And